up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once again with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
14. Bring out. Bam.
Now it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check 53. Right. Now watch one. 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Scott. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
1st and is in at the 44-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Waiting. 49. Here we go.
Now a give, right side. It's Scott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. To throw, it's Wells. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Wilson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s. So a little bit lower scoring than we expected. but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check 13. Check 13. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Wilson to throw again. This complete to Lockett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Number 53. Touch 50. Touch 50. Hey. Get that ball.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ready? Hey, alert. Check. Let's look double count right here. Double count.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Right.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Check. Press down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
I'm coming. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on first and 10. They'll run with Scott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a give right side. Scott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike, here we go. 280. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
They go again with Scott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
54, Mike, 54. Check right.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Guys, it's game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run. It's Sanders. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the give, running right is Howard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. Scott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A good pickup there, a 22.
1st down.
What? 280. 53 is the mark. Bang it. Bang it.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check 3.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Scott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Now Scott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
They run with Howard. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
36.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On third down, Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Say. Whip. Watch the whip.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Honey, I dash, got it on